Hey everybody! Last night, me and the wife, we went on a double date with our bishop and we went to go see Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is based on the textbook referenced in the Harry Potter novels. It's based on the textbook's author, Newt Scamander. Mr. Scamander arrives in New York intending his stay to be brief. However, when his magical case is misplaced and some of Newt's fantastic beasts escape, it spells trouble for everyone. Fantastic Beasts, the tone in this film was much different than some of the other Harry Potter movies, which are more about kids trying to solve mysteries. Fantastic Beasts is more mature and a little bit more dark. The 1920s New York setting is really brilliantly done. It's wonderfully displayed on screen. You really feel like you're transported to a new world that's also grounded in this historic reality, and it's really dark all the time, and so there's a little bit of a grittiness to the story there. The thing I liked about Fantastic Beasts is that this film is a lot more inviting to those who are maybe more familiar with no-mage-centric cinema. No-mage is the American term for a muggle, or someone who doesn't use magic. And if you have friends who haven't seen any of the other films in these franchises, they're not going to feel too lost. But there might be a few references that they're not going to get, that might not make any sense to them, that you can tell them about afterwards. Now, one of the things that I loved about this movie, and I think what really made me intrigued in seeing it, was Eddie Redmayne. He was fantastic as Newt Scamander, and I've always been a huge fan of him. I loved him in Les Mis. I think he really saved that film to make sure that it had a lot of heart to it. That was the character that I always identified with. And in this film, I love his quirky portrayal, and it's 100% believable. You just feel like this is who he is, and it's not that it's a character he's portraying. And the thing that I loved as well about the character of Newt Scamander is that he has this tender heart. He really is a true wildlife conservationist, if it's not a magical wildlife conservationist. And to oppose him, we've got this antagonist, and he's the director of the Magical Security Congress in America, and his name's Percival Graves, and he's played by Colin Farrell, and he's fantastic. He's a lot like the character that he plays in Minority Report. He's this hard-line investigator trying to pursue justice, and it puts him at odds with our protagonist, who is kind of going about things in his own way and trying to do his own thing. And so it's a really good dichotomy between this has it together, slick, with this kind of goofy, kind of a goof-off kind of character. And when it comes to content in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, there's going to be some adult themes there. Things like revenge, genocide, segregation, murder. It definitely takes a more mature tone, and that makes sense though. If you think about it, is that kids fell in love with the Harry Potter books when they were kids, and those kids have grown up, and although more and more generations have adopted Harry Potter and have read these books and loved them as well, the original fan base is now in their late 20s, early 30s, and so it's nice that they have a story that really is geared more towards them in this point in their lives. There really aren't any profanities in the film that are really that noticeable. There's a few mild PG ones, and there's a scene in this wizarding speakeasy. But a lot of the concern you might have with younger audiences is that there's a lot of frightening elements. There's some big magic going on, and some of the things are a little bit of a jump or really just frightening, and so younger kids might have a hard time with this, but really it's appropriate as far as hard content goes for anyone who's early teens, late teens, and so on. And I think that's why the Fantastic Beasts, it gets the PG-13 rating. Now, when it comes to gospel themes, one of the ones I loved was just the way that Mr. Scamander loved his beasts. He loved them so much. Today I picked up my oldest son for Merit Badge Day, and when I arrived, he was trying to convince these other boys that they needed to leave the crickets alone that they were smashing. He says, they're harmless, and they haven't done anything to you. Leave them alone. And I also instantly thought about Newt Scamander. The both of them, to them, all life is precious. And the same thing goes for God. To God, all life is precious. We learn in Luke 12:7 that even a single sparrow is not forgotten before God. So what did you guys think of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? Leave a comment below. Let us know. Did you like the movie? Did you not like it? What was your thoughts on kind of a new main character of a franchise? I'd love to just know some other opinions on this. Also, let me know how you guys saw it. Did you go midnight showing? Did you take your family? Did you go with a significant other? Me and my wife, we went on our double date, and afterwards we went to the soda shop, and they had all these Harry Potter themed drinks, and it was a lot of fun to kind of make more of an event of it than just a movie and that's it. The other thing I want you to see is over here we've got some of our other movie reviews. So if that's something that you would love to see, more movie reviews from a Mormon perspective, click right over here, as well as our podcast that we do, where we talk about the Howard W. Hunter Manual and those lessons that are coming up. So check those out.